NetSN, and Azalea Orthopedics brings you Northeast Texas Sports, the 2024 season. Three-point shot. It's a powering shot, baby.
The following is a production of the Rough Rider broadcast team, a presentation of Watlington and Shires Productions.
Good afternoon, softball fans, and welcome here to the big broadcast here on the NetSN as we're ready to go. We are at senior night here in West Sabine, home of the Lady Tigers here in Highland, Texas. And the Lady Bulldogs, they're looking to keep pace in there as well. They want to do so in a position here for the playoff run coming up here in the next couple of weeks. So we've got to come down here this Friday afternoon and meet with West Sabine and the Broaddus ladies softball in the game of the day. And we're going to be down here to the ladies softball down in Torino as well as also the St. Augustine, as it will be the Tinsel Bears taking on the Rocky Lady Rams over there on Monday at 5:30. And then on Tuesday, we hope to be in Beckville for a big match up there in that same district. The Beckville and Shelbyville, that could be for the district title. And coming up here on the Tuesday of next week, what a great game that's going to be. And then it looks like there's going to be some Thursday baseball going up. We're around the horn here for the Lady Tigers of the West Sabine. Katie's in the circle. Sessions behind the ditch. You'll go over at first. Short and Madison at third. Ashland left. Kinsey's at center. And that brings it over here. For the Broaddus Lady Bulldogs. When you bring them out in the hallway, we do the first thing up here. Get ready to get this thing started. Just a few more minutes here. So we'll get everything ready to go. Ready to come out here. So let's get ready to rock and roll here. We're just underway as it is and West Sabine here in West Sabine. We're ready to go away here in just a bit. Stay with us, folks. Here in a minute.
Your local bank is on the move with improvements to 2 locations. One on the World Wide Web. What used to be ShelbySavingsBank.com is now SSBTex.com, a more powerful and user-friendly website. And at the original Selma Street location, a new lobby to better serve you. Improvements to the corner of Shelbyville and Selma, and at the intersection of your device and the World Wide Web, it's SSB, same bank, new look.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All right, folks, here we go. Let's review this first pitch. And this is one, two.
Yes.
1-1-2. Right now, Kings goes spinning here. First batter of the ball game here in West Sabine. Senior night. Something going on here. Two coaches here for Broaddus and Lady Bulldogs. Sending down the lines. It's a 2-2-1 count. The pitch on the way here from Katie. Outside is 3-1.
You got it right here.
3-1 count. Lead out hitter here for Lady Bulldogs. Take a long look down the third base line. said, step right in there and say, let's see something start here. There you go. Here, here it comes. We can count to it. It's on the way. We're going to get rid of it and get behind 3-1 and down on the call, strike 3. So come to play, take about 6 second baseman before they over Broaddus into the plate here, ready to go. Nobody on. Let's pitch to it. Ready to go. Here's the pitch. After high ball 1-2. It's on the way here now. Hey,
good try. Just drop it.
last time I was here, the Sabine when Coney Mill and the Red Tigers of West Sabine. So Sabine was able to get there late in the night morning and that senior night. 2-1 in the picking off at the plate. So if you want to count him off right back in. Send that sign. Bring it to the plate. And outside the lead, baby, keep it going. 2-2 count him off and ready to go. I'm ready here. It's on the way. Heads up, everybody. The call remained 2-2. One out, nobody on. Stands in, Katie. Bring in the pitch. Okay, man. Walk out pitch on the way.
Layla, move around, kid.
One out. Now he's going to get forward Lady Bulldogs with a Broaddus.
Alright, drive it. Drive it,
Step into the plate, will be Holloway, the pitcher. Put down, college, move around. Back. On the way outside, all 1-2.
Alright, hit it, take it for me, baby.
Right field side, bouncing room over there.
Hit it, Corbin.
That's 2-0 to it. Base on balls. Pitch. Cut loose there on the field count. Taking in that spot. To give it a ride. Back in. One count to delivery. On the back of the batter. last game coming up here will be coming in. Sorry, the Broaddus. Let's see, right about 6 o'clock or so. Have a little check out for the Lady Tigers. A really cool dugout there. Position locker room right behind me. And that's where the ball through. We're at second. Only 1 out. Stepping in here ready to go. He's loose. Number 20 coming here for Lady Tiger Kitchen. There's only 1 out. First 3 hitters. Cook with the ball as well. Here comes both runners going to move up as the ball got away. Ball number 2 at the plate. So now scoring opportunity. Coming up here for Broaddus in the half of the first inning. Turn over to Cook. Runner down to the third base line, then it'll be a foul ball. 2-1 now again. We really need that one out there in that circle. Foul ball here, strike. Broaddus comes this in second and third. Only 1 out. Right back in here. First baseman. For Lady Bulldogs. Been ready to go. Here's the hit. Good hit. That's in the nope. 3-1. Call that a ball.
Yeah, I thought this was
3-1 down the count. Standing in here, the 3-1 pitch on the way.
Yeah.
Only 1 out. The situation that the Tigers going to find themselves in. This ball game, that's for sure. Here's some stacks of play for Texas for Lady Bulldogs. And Tigers come out, play in, and try to do any kind of bunt, anything short slap shot here, try to get a double play. And the pitch on the way. Right one to call. No runs coming across out of the edge here. Only 1 out. Pitch her way out and get some help from her defense. Keeping the runs coming in here. At the top of the first. Here's the pitch on the way.
It's taking a long time to find a Band-Aid, isn't it? Yeah.
Now we'll make it a 2-2 count now at the plate here for the pitcher. Thacker. Pitch on the way. Still only one. 1-0-2er. So still runners over at first and second, still 1-0. Now Broaddus with the lead. Swing and a miss. And now be a 1-1 count. Ball one going to get away there from the catcher, Presley. And that'll allow the runners to get to second and third. And it'll be a 2-0 count here at the plate. All right, here's the pitch now. It's the 2-1. That's in there for a call. Strike 2. So with 2 outs here, runners in scoring position, second and third here. Bridges stands in here. The shortstop with the 2-2 count. Had a little bit of a delay there, folks. Strike out of the inning, but they'll get no hits. And they'll leave 2 and no errors. We'll bring in the 1 run. It'll be a 1-0 ball game here as we go to the bottom half of the first inning. And we'll get that for you here coming up, folks. Want to see if we can do a little bit of The top of the order for the Lady Tigers of West Sabine. We in the circle, Thacker behind the dish, Cook at first, Higginbotham at second, Bridges at short, McWhorter is over at third, Pike is in left, Quinney in center, Blankenship is your right fielder for the Lady Bulldogs. That one is off of the screen as well. It will now be a 2-2 count. That'll stay 2-2. One to three for one out. So Gracie Ross coming up to the plate now. The shortstop will come up here ready to go. Of Broaddus has come to the plate now will be the pitcher. So the pitcher coming to the plate now. In there for a strike called from the pitcher Holloway. Strike one to her. Two outs, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Just missing. And it'll be ball one. So now 1-1 count. Right back in she goes. Here's the pitch on the way once again. That's a shot going to go right up the middle. And it'll get out into center field. So the pitcher's on with a base hit. First base hit of the ball game here. So they call her KK. She's coming to the plate. Here's the second baseman coming up with a runner on over at first. Two outs here, and the Lady Tigers trying to put something. And a stolen base out there for the Lady Tigers. It will be ball one at the long here, just a little bit right there. So we are at 0-2 to the hitter, third baseman Madison at the plate. The 0-2 count as Emma Bennett was able to get a double right there, and that's called a strike three for the strikeout. That's out number one, and that's the first strikeout of the second strikeout of the game here for Holloway. So now coming to the plate will be the right fielder Brittany. Trying to move Emma Bennett off from second base over there. And then now here comes the pitch here from Holloway. That's in there for a strike called 0-1 to her. Now to lay down a nice little butt there. Holloway going to come off, and she'll make the play. 1-3 sack bunt works, but the runner does move over to third, and that is out number two as the so here comes Ashland to the plate here, the left fielder. She'll come up here now with the runner over at a third. Now 2 outs into the inning as the Lady Tigers are trying to get that run back from earlier in the ball game that Broaddus was able to put up there. So here we go. She steps in, and first pitch up high, and it's ball one to her. So now with the 1-0 count, she'll come right back in, and here's the pitch on the way. That's in there for a strike. Now 1-1. So with 2 outs here, trying to bring in the run, and that's going to be fouled off over to the baseball field over there. And it'll be a 1-2 count to her at the plate. So Lady Tigers doing everything they can here to try to bring in a run. They had a runner over at third into the first. She got stranded there. Got a runner over at third here into the second. And with 2 outs and a 1-2 count here for the pitcher Holloway to the hitter Ashland, then she needs to drive one here, see if she can bring in the run. 1-2 now the count. Ashland stands in here. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss for the strikeouts, and that'll do it. So a couple strikeouts here in this inning has helped out there for Holloway, as she'll get that strikeout, and that'll do it here. But they do get the 1 hit. They leave 1 and no errors, and we will go to the bottom half of the, or I should say the top half of the third, when we come back right here on a NetSN.
Sparky D's Bargain Store. Who are we? We're an online auction store. You'll find us on Facebook only. We're located in Center, Texas. Check us out as we have auctions going on right now. It's Sparky D's Bargain Store, an online auction store that can save you lots of money. Go check out our page, bid on items you like, and save yourself a lot of money. It's Sparky D's Bargain Store, Facebook only, located in Center. At Sparky D's Bargain Store, we'll save you more.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here ready to go to the third inning, and it will be the top of the order. Coming up here, Quinney, Higginbotham, and Holloway. First 3 up here as we get ready to go here into the third inning. Alrighty, so sorry, folks, we had a little bit of a computer issue there, with the internet issue, but it looks like should be good to go there now, I do believe. Let's see. Just trying to. All right, so now we're ready. And in case you just joined us, here it is a 1-0 ball game here. Broaddus Lady Bulldogs get to the lead and back in the first inning as they brought quite a few to the plate there. We're down to 1 umpire. Had an umpire that took one to the arm there, and he had to be removed and relieved of duty here. So we're down to 1 umpire, doing a good job here as we go to the third inning. It's a 1-0 ball game and a very big district matchup here. Senior night for the Lady Tigers of West Sabine. To the third inning we go. Broaddus Lady Tigers, Broaddus Lady Bulldogs have the lead. And Katie and Presley. Katie's her first name. She's in the circle. Presley behind the dish for the Lady Tigers. Ready to go here into the third. Stepping up here is me, Quinney. She is 0 for 1. Struck out her first time up. Stays away from that one. It's ball 1 to her. So 1-0. Quinney standing right in here, trying to see if she can get something going once again here for Lady Bulldogs. That's up high. It's 2-0 now. So with a 2-0 count to her, Quinney step right back in here. As I said, 0 for 1, struck out her first time up. Higginbotham will be on deck here for Lady Bulldogs. Top of the third, 1-0. Bulldogs with the lead. That's a swing and a miss here by Quinney. And it's now 2-1. So the 2-1 count to her. Quinney right back in, ready to go. Leadoff hitter here for the Lady Bulldogs in the third. That's going to be a drive out into center field, and it may get down, and it will. As Quinney's going to be on with a base hit here for the Lady Bulldogs. Only the second hit of the ball game. Second hit of the ball game. Let's run her over there at first there for the Lady Bulldogs of Broaddus. So with no outs, step to the plate. Here's Higginbotham, raced on a base on ball, scored that run back in the first. Ball 1 to her. So the ball 1, Higginbotham standing right in, trying to move the runner Quinney off of first base here in the third inning. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Katie got her to chase that rise ball there. 1-1 now the count. So 1-1 count here. Higginbotham standing in. Here's the pitch. Outside. And it'll be a 2-1 count now. A good job there by Presley, the catcher. Keep it in front of her. Keep that runner over at first. Quinny's over there reaching on a base hit. To start the inning, Higginbotham 2-1 to her, standing in. Pitch on the way. Up high outside. Got her leaning a little bit. Might have had a Shannon over there at third, but it'll be a 3-1 count here to Higginbotham at the plate. So Higginbotham with a 3-1 count stands right back in here. Ready to go off first. That's Quinny. And now we're going to get a timeout here at the plate. Higginbotham steps back out. Holloway will be on deck, the pitcher. For Lady Bulldogs now will be ready to go. Is Higginbotham back in? She goes. Here's the pitch. Fouling it off over to the right side. It's now full count. So the 3-2 count to her. Higginbotham steps right back in here. Pitch on the way, up high inside. That's ball 4, and runners will now be at first and the second here for the Lady Bulldogs of Broaddus. Still no outs. Lady Bulldogs will bring their catcher or their pitcher to the plate. She steps up here ready to go. Low pitch is going to be ball 1 to her. This District 23 way it's reeling right now is Broaddus sitting in that 4 spot, but a win here. You know, Chester right behind them there, but they're trying to catch Woden. And the Lady Eagles right there as well. They're right behind there, so Broaddus needs a win here. West Sabine right now sitting at number 2 spot, only behind Comondale, who's 8-1. West Sabine is 7-1, 5-3 for Woden, and 4-5 here for Broaddus. So big game here for both of these teams. Right now it's a 2-0 count at the plate to the pitcher Holloway. She stands right in here. Pitch on the way. And it goes up high, 3-0. So in danger of loading him up here. All right, so here we go. That's going to be ball 4 and back-to-back walks once again here in this inning. And that'll bring the bases full. Still no outs. And now Broaddus Lady Bulldogs are threatening here in this 3rd inning. So Linlow, Katie Linlow, ready to go here. Swing and a miss here to Cook, and it's a 0-1 count to her. Still looking for that first out. So every strike is going to count right here as the bases are full for the Lady Bulldogs here. Into the 3rd inning, they lead it 1-0. So Murphy behind the dish sends out the sign here to Linlow. At the plate is Cook, the first baseman. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got her to chase after that ball outside the zone there. She went after it. It's now 0-2. Thacker will be on deck. Bridges will follow here as there's no outs. And the bases are full for Lady Bulldogs of Broaddus. They did this back in the 1st inning. Only able to bring in 1 run here, but now with no outs and the base is full. See if they can get a run in here now against Linlow. That's on the inside, and it'll be a 1-2 count.
So the 1-2 count to her and the 1-0 ball game. Broaddus trying to break it open a little bit here in the third if they can get a base hit here. Cook, ready to go. Lindlow with the pitch. Oh, swing and miss, and she gets her to swing in it, and that is a strikeout. That's out number 1. That's the 5th strikeout of the ball game here for Katie Lindlow. Base is still full here, down with 1 out. Coming to the plate will be Thacker. She had a sacrifice fly her first time up. Drove in that run back into the first. So Thacker stands in here ready to go. She'll have the bases full. Infield playing in just a little bit here for the Lady Tigers. As the pitch now on the way here from Lindlow. High fly ball, and it's going to go into a left center field. And a center fielder and left fielder. Center fielder is going to call for it. Coming down with it. Here comes the throw it home, and a nice job and a great play by the center fielder for the Lady Tigers. She tags her out coming home, and then what a great play there by the Lady Tigers. That was number 2, Kenzie Bragg, and she's going to make one heck of a play from the outfield to nail her at the plate there for the out. What a great play on the fly out for the out number 2, and then she gets the runner coming in. That's Quinny coming home on the 8-2 for out number 3. Great play there by Bragg. All right, so we're going to go to now the bottom half of the third inning coming up for the Lady Tigers. Top of the order, Presley Murphy, Gracie Ross, and Katie Lindlow when we come back right here on your NetSN Game of the Day from West Sabine in Pilot, Texas.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. Or movement problems? Struggle with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located.
There's never been a better time to give yourself a great night's sleep than now with Blake Furniture's mattress clearance sale. For a limited time, choose any of our luxurious Serenity Sleep complete sets and pay only the price of a mattress. You heard right, buy a Serenity Sleep mattress and get the box spring absolutely free. Combine our already low prices with this offer and you won't find a better deal in East Texas on a quality set of bedding. With Blake Furniture's fast delivery and easy in-store financing, you can't afford to miss another great night's rest with Serenity Sleep bedding.
Alrighty, folks, we are back here as I thought I shut all those off, and I did, so they're off of there. So, all right, so we're good to go here as we go to the bottom half of the third inning, and a nice job there by the Lady Tigers as there's another threat there brought us Lady Bulldogs. And the Lady Tigers were able to get out of it. So here we go to the top of the order. I should say, no, sorry, that's going to be Kenzie Bragg, who just made an awesome play out there in center field. It was coming up with the catch and then getting it home to get the tag at home, and a great tag there applied by Gracie Ross as well, catching it and catching the runner coming up the line. Good play there by the Lady Tigers of West Sabine. So here we go. Kenzie Bragg coming to the plate, center fielder up first here against the pitcher, Holloway. So the lefty standing in here ready to go. First pitch ready to come on the way. Ball 1 to her. So 1-0 to the hitter. 1-0 count. Bragg standing in, ready to go. Here's the pitch. And they're going to call that ball number 2. And the way it was happening there, it looked like Thacker thought maybe that should have been a strike call. So 2-0 now to Bragg. She stands right in here. Here's the pitch onto the way here from Holloway. That's in there for a strike call. Now 2-1. So Bragg looking to get on here, start something off for the Lady Tigers as they trail it 1-0 right now here in the bottom of the third. Trying to lay down a bunt, and that's strike 2. So 2-2, Coach Mason down the Coach Morris down to the third base line. Coach Williams down the first base side. There's a shot there by Bragg. Goes over to the third baseman, McWhorter. She's going to come up throwing and get her by a step 5-3, out number 1. Top of the order will be Presley Murphy coming to the plate here, the catcher for the Lady Tigers. The third base line. And we got Bragg over there at first. And looks like she's holding her arm a little bit there. Not quite sure what happened as just trying to get down the line. Hopefully she's going to be okay. Maybe got a stinger of some sort there. Not for sure. Going to check on her as she comes back up the line here. And I didn't see maybe on the swing or something there. Not for sure. But hopefully she's going to be okay. She'll head back to the dugout there after the out. And it'll be 1 out to come to the plate now. Will be Presley Murphy. She's 0 for 1. Grounded back to the pitcher. Hopefully Kenzie Bragg's going to be okay. Heck of a play there in the outfield. Little runner out there. Maybe at the bat. Maybe threw that arm out a little bit there. Hopefully she's going to be all right. So Presley Murphy stepping in here 0 for 1 at the plate here with 1 out and nobody on. Up high inside, it's ball 1 to her. So with a 1-0 count, Murphy right in here. 1 out, nobody on. That's a shot, and it'll get down on the right field side, and it'll be just foul on the right field line, and it'll be a 1-1 count on the long strike. Good crowd making the trip here in West Sabine for both Broaddus and West Sabine for this big matchup right here. Very important, especially to the Broaddus Lady Bulldogs as they are looking to improve their position.
Hey, good one. Hey, I like it.
So it's now a 2-1 count here to the plate for Presley. Here's a pitch on the way from Holloway. Swing and a miss for this strike. And it's now a 2-2 count. Presley looking to get a hold of one and really drive it right there. She was swinging as Ross will be on deck. The shortstop for Lady Tigers. That's a shot, and it'll get out into our right center field. They're there for Murphy. She'll turn as it gets in all the way to the fence. Murphy on her horse, and it's going to be a low throw at second, and she'll be in there at the third, so a triple for the catcher Murphy. Be the third hit of the ball game here, and gets her all the way around to third now with only 1 out here. Here comes Gracie Ross to the plate. Run over at third now for the Lady Tigers. They look to tie this thing up here as Ross steps up with only 1 out. And Holloway delivers. Low, ball 1 to her. So Holloway with a 1-0 count, or Ross with a 1-0 count, steps right back in. Holloway, the runner over at third, trying to keep her there here with only 1 out. This tight 1-0 ball game here in the third. Just a little bit high, goes 2-0. The 2-0 count. That's in there for a strike from Holloway. Now 2-1. So right back in goes Ross. Here's the pitch. That's going to go off of the top of the glove. Here comes a plate to play, and a nice job of getting there. Good job there by Murphy. She saw it, was able to get in under the slide to tie it up at 1. It'll be a 3-1 count now at the plate. And the score now 1-1 here in the West Sabine. So now with a 3-1 count to her out of the plate, Ross steps back in here as it's now a 1-1 ball game. And the pitch on the way. Up high for ball 4. Base on balls, only the first base on balls given up here by Holloway. So nice job working it there by Ross. Here comes the pitcher Lindlow to the plate. 1 out. Runner over at first here for Lady Tigers now. Lindlow steps in. She had a single her first time up. That's going to be a runner right back to the pitcher here, and they're going to get her at second. All I had to really do was tag the bag there, but there's Ross is out. One of the 1 to 4 for out number 2. Katie Lindlow will reach on the fielder's choice, so she'll be over at first. So now with 2 outs. Here comes KK Garza to the plate, number 23. She strung out her first time up, has a runner over at first base now for the Lady Tigers with 2 outs. She'll come up here against Holloway for the second time. 1-1 ball game now, as the Tigers are able to get that one back from the first inning. Swing and a miss there for Garza. It's 0-1. So the 0-1 count, Garza is right back in here, ready to go. Holloway, not wasting any time, bringing it. Gets a piece of it, fouls it off. It's now 0-2. So with an 0-2 count, KK Garza looking to step right in here. Ready to go here with the 0-2. So that one, a nice job as the hit and run was on. Going to send the Lindlow over to third, and nice job getting it back in. But runners will be on the corners here onto the base hits. Second base knock here of the inning. So now runners on the corners with 2 outs here for the Lady Tigers. Looking to get themselves the lead here for the first time. Here comes Emma Bennett to the plate. She had a double to lead off the second, got stranded at third back in the second inning. So now 1-1 here with runners on the corners and 2 outs. And Holloway looks to go here against Bennett, looking to get a knock to bring in another run to take the lead here for her team. That's fouling off back behind everything, 0-1, and now the count. Morse. Sign down the line. 0-1 to Bennett. She steps in here ready to go against Holloway. Pitch on the way. Fouls it back to the screen. It will now be 0-2. So with a 0-2 count, Bennett looking to step right back in here and get ready to go. So the 0-2 count here. Holloway bringing it. That's a shot, and it'll go right back up the middle there, and that'll at least get one home. And coming around here to third, could be a play at third, and it's going to be a nice play. She's going to be safe at third. Close play there at the third, as they do put the flag on there, McWhorton. And Bennett's going to go over to a second onto the throw on a single. So runners now at second and third with 2 outs. Coach wanted a little bit of an explanation there on the close play over at third. But it is a 2-1 ball game now. Lady Tigers have the lead. And runners will now be at second and third here. Bennett at second. Garza will now be over at third. This is the discussion right over here for us going now. All righty, so play is confirmed here at the plate. Now coming up is going to be number 5. Anderson's going to get a shot now to get out into center field and get over the center fielder's head. Here comes one run in, the other run, and Bennett comes around to score. Holding up there at second. Now here's a delay on the throw, and then she's going to be, safe as the throw is dropped over at third. Getting in there with a nice play and a good piece of running there by the runner. Madison Williamson is the one over there at third. As a couple more come in here. Ready to go, Brinya. That one's going to get away here. Now ready to come in as it gets away. And the pass ball will bring in another run now for the Lady Tigers. So that'll make it a 5-1 ball game here. And the base is now clear here for The Lady Tigers are moving quickly before I can get some of these things changed. That's all right, though. So now we're going to get a little bit of a chat out there. So now it's a 5-1 ball game. Madison Williamson. All right, so the discussion there with the pitcher is over. At the plate, Brynja Moore standing in here ready to go. So Holloway now with 2 outs, and now the base is empty. But it's a 5-1 ball game here for West Sabine as they've opened it up a little bit here. Against Broaddus, swing and a miss now for Moore. 0-1 to her. Moore right back in. Fouling that one back to the screen. It'll be now an 0-2 count as there are 2 outs here into the inning. And Holloway facing the 8th batter of the inning here as they have 4 hits. Fielder's choice have brought in the 5 runs here into this inning. And that one's low. It'll be a 1-2 count to her now. So now 1-2. As Brynja Moore right back in. Here's the pitch on the way from Holloway. Swing and a miss for the strikeout and the 3rd out. But the damage is done here as the 4 hits. They leave nobody, but 5 runs do come in, and we will go to the 4th inning. It will be a 5-1 lead here for the Lady Tigers of West Sabine. Bridges, McWhorton, and Pike coming to the plate when we come back right here on your Game of the Day on NetSN.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Center Motor Company. From whatever angle you look at it, you see Ford. Ford trucks, SUVs like the Bronco, and iconic cars like the Mustang. A legacy managed by Kevin Jones and created by Ray Jones. Center Motor Company on Hurst Street in Center. So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition since 19...
Alrighty, folks, we are back here ready to go to the 4th inning, and a little bit of trouble with the stuff here to the 1st inning or so, but we got everything worked out here. Appreciate all the help from the guys here on some text messages and some technical issues, as we like to call them here. But a beautiful night, man. I tell you what a beautiful Friday and a beautiful place here. Been wanting to come down and basketball this year. We've covered some West Sabine baseball. We got a couple more of those on the way, but I definitely wanted to get down here and cover some West Sabine Lady Tiger softball as well. And still a couple teams I still have yet to get to, like St. Augustine and Torino. Still looking to get into those a couple here before we get to playoff time, but we'll definitely be looking to cover the teams into the area once we do get to playoff time. A lot of wonderful teams going to be in the playoffs once we get to that here coming up here in the next 10 days or so. West Sabine Lady Tigers will definitely one of them. Broaddus Lady Bulldogs definitely one of them as well. Broaddus looking to improve their position here in this district as they're right now sitting in that 3 spot, but have a chance to maybe move up a little bit, but got to get some help up ahead still with a few games still to go. Don't know if they can get into that 2nd spot, but still they can hold on to that 3rd spot, get themselves a little bit better pairing coming up in the bi-district, which will start on April the 27th, I do believe is the right date. All right, so there we go. As we get ready to go here for the 4th inning, it is a 5-1 ball game here. Pitching very well into the circle is Katie Linlow. She has got 3 innings of work behind her. She's only given up the 3 hits so far. She does have 5 strikeouts, 2 base on balls. Pitching very well there into the circle. Now ready to go here against Bridges. She's 0 for 1 at the plate today. Outside, ball 1 to her. So 1-0 now to Bridges. As she steps right back in here, ready to go. McWhorton and Pike, the next two up, and that one's going to be over to the far side. Left side out of play, 1-1. So the 1-1 count here, and earlier we had a little bit of a delay, folks. We had an injured umpire. So we're down to one umpire here today, and the Blues doing a good job here so far, being out there by himself. Had to call some good tight plays there out into the field. And has made some good calls here today. Appreciate the referees and all the hard work that they do. Referees, umpires all over the state of Texas. Not a very appreciative job, that's for sure. And good stuff here at the West Sabine. Good stuff at the West Sabine concession stands as always. All right, so here we go. 1-1 here after get some fresh balls in for the Blue. And the 1-1 on the way here from Linlow. It's up high now, 2-1. Sometimes Blue just got to fill the ball sack. So 5-1 is the score here into the bottom or the top half of the fourth inning, and Broaddus trying to get back a couple of the runs that they've given up there. They gave up 5 runs there in that bottom half of the third after scoring 1 into the first inning here. Now looking to work here against Linlow, who now has the lead and looking to settle in here for the rest of this one. But Broaddus looking to grab a hold of a couple and see if they can make some noise here this afternoon into this one. 3-1 now the count to the hitter. Bridges, the shortstop, 0 for 1. Looking to get something started here to start off for the Lady Bulldogs, or Broaddus, in the fourth. Here comes a pitch from Linlow. Low, ball 4, so base on balls here. So the leadoff hitter on, third base on balls given up by Linlow. Leadoff hitter on here for the Lady Bulldogs. As that will bring McWhorter to the plate, the third baseman. She's 0 for 1, struck out her first time up. Sorry, folks, we're going to get a pinch hitter. Tercios is the pinch hitter for McWhorter, and that's going to be fouled off for Turcios. Turcios, Turcios. Turcios. Okay, 0-1 to her at the plate. As she fouls that one away. Ready to go here now, Linlow. Ready to bring it here with no outs and runner over at first. Bridges reaching on a base on balls. Up high outside. Bridges going to go. Here's the throw down. They should have her. And the throw gets away from the shortstop, as it was a little bit of a low throw out there, but a good throw nonetheless by Murphy. It just bounces out the glove of the shortstop, and it's a stolen base here by Bridges. First stolen base by the Lady Bulldogs, and it's now 1-1 at the plate here, and a runner in scoring position for Bulldogs of Broaddus. Linlow sending that in. Steve Wright called, now 0-2. 1-2 the count to her. Still looking for that first out, and the Lady Bulldogs looking to play a little small ball, so they can bring in at least one run here, just chip away at this 5-1 lead that the Tigers have now. Turcios. Taking low on the inside, now 2-2 count. So 2-2 at the plate. So Linlow. Now 2-2 to pinch hitter Turcios. For Lady Bulldogs steps right in here. Pike will be on deck for Lady Bulldogs. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss for the strikeout. That's out number 1, a 6th strikeout of the afternoon for Linlow for the Lady Tigers. 1 out. Runner remains over at second. Here comes Pike to the plate. She's 0 for 1, struck out her first time up. And now facing Linlow for the second time with a runner over at second. And 1 out. All right, so the Tigers going to get that second out here, and Bulldogs looking to bring in a run here. Up inside, ball 1 to her. So 1-0. So we're going to get a timeout here as Coach Morris going to have a chat with the umpire here. Make sure everything's okay. Exactly what he saw there, but all right. I don't know, maybe the runner out there maybe trying to tip off the hitter or something, not really sure. So it is a 1-0 count here to Pike at the plate. As Coach Morris and the conversation over. And Linlow sends it in there. It is ball number 2, 2-0. Gonna throw over there to second, try to catch her. Getting back in there in time is Bridges. Tercios out on the strikes. That's the first out here. Pike stands in with a 2-0 count to her. 1 out, run over at second for the Lady Bulldogs. Swing and a miss here. Now 2-1. So now 2-1 count here to Pike. And the pitch on the way. That's up high to go 3-1 to her. Then Lowe's had a couple of innings here where a couple of runners on. Has done a good job pitching her way out of it and getting defense behind her. Full count is what he's got. I've only got 3-1 myself, but he says it's a full count. So we're going to make it a full count here to Pike at the plate. So 3-2 with 1 out. Pike stands in here ready to go. Linlow with the pitch. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts. Number 7 on the afternoon for the Tiger pitcher. So with 2 outs, coming to the plate here, the designated player. Smith actually had a nice hit. She tried to leg out a double. But a good job there by the left fielder, Brenda Moore. Gets it in, and they get her out over at a second with KK Garza. That was back into the second inning. So here she comes, taking strike 1 here. No throw over at a second. So here's the pitch, swing and a miss now to Smith. She's down 0-2. Oh, 2 to Smith now. She stands right back in here, 2 outs, and a runner over at second looking to bring her in, and that is up high inside now, 1-2 the count. Coach Morris with some good instructions down in the box here for his squad. As Smith stands right back in with a 1-2 count. And Linlow looking to end this inning here without any damage. She's got a runner over at second for the Lady Bulldogs. Here's Linlow with the pitch. That's in there for a call. Steve Reich, a 3, taking all the way there. And with 3 straight strikeouts after putting the leadoff hitter on. And it'll leave one with no hits and no errors there in that 4th inning for the Lady Tigers. We will go to the bottom half of the 4th. Coming up will be the top of the, coming up will be King, Bragg, and Murphy when we come back right here on your NetSN Game of the Day here from Pineland, Texas, and West Sabine.
Your local bank is on the move with improvements to 2 locations, one on the World Wide Web. What used to be ShelbySavingsBank.com is now SSBText.com, a more powerful and user-friendly website. And at the original Selma Street location, a new lobby to better serve you. Improvements to the corner of Shelbyville and Selma, and at the intersection of your device and the World Wide Web, it's SSB, same bank, new look.
At Aurora Concepts, our team of doctors and advanced practice providers are highly trained and qualified in family medicine. We strive to provide our patients guidance towards the healthiest lifestyle possible, no matter their age. We offer a full spectrum of family medicine, including scheduled appointments, telehealth services you can do from home, and walk-in visits with no appointment. We accept all major insurances, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we also have the most competitive self-pay rates in the area. For highly trained expert care in East Texas, choose Aurora Concepts. Let us take care of you.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
So here we go. We're ready to go as Ashton King steps up in 0 for 1 after the plate. Holloway sends it in. First pitch is outside. Ball 1 to her. Pitch on the way, and that's going to get out into right field, and the right fielder comes up to try to make the play. Can't do it, so she'll turn the corner. Will be King. She'll head off to second, still trying to gather the ball up there, and it'll be a double for King to lead off here for the Lady Tigers. Might have been able to stretch it out to third there, but playing it safe with a 5-1 lead. No need to run it all the way down. Holloway sends that one in, and it will be Kenzie Bragg. Looks like she's going to be okay. She had a little bit of an elbow issue there after her last at-bat, after making a great play into the field there as well in the second inning. So it looks like she's going to be okay, which is good to see. She's back out there ready to hit. Runner in scoring position at second, and that'll be up high, ball 1 to her. Now, she's Coach Bragg's kid, and I can understand why she's probably back out there ready to go. Tough young lady. Up high as it's 2-0. Holloway falls behind her here. Top of the order will be Presley Murphy on deck. Had a big triple her last time up. And Bragg going to take ball 4 right there. So it's a 4 pitch walk. So runners now at first and second. Runners now at first and second here for Lady Tigers. Everybody's going to be safe here, folks, as we lost power on the camera. Just one thing after another here so far here today, isn't it? A nice play out there into the field there for the Lady Tigers. As it is a good job there by Murphy, gets a single. And now that'll load them up here. So West Sabine now with runners all over the base paths here, looking to open it up into the bottom half of the 4th inning. That will bring Gracie Ross to the plate. She's 0 for 1 with the base on balls, her 2 times at the plate today. And Holloway with no outs. And the base is full once again here for the Tigers. Bringing it in for strike 1, 0-1 to her. So with an 0-1 count, Ross will be right back in with Lindlow on the deck. That's a shot right back in the middle. That goes off of Holloway's leg there. And everybody's going to be safe. And I hope Holloway's going to be okay. But that's a shot right back up the gut. But everybody moving up. And that will be a 6-1 ball game now as took a shot right there off the lower leg there, did Holloway. And that'll make it 6-1, and everybody just moves up here. And Holloway going to be checked out there by the coach, but looks like she's going to be strong and wanting to stay out there in the field. So now ready to come to the plate here will be Katie Lindlow. She's 1 for 1, reaching on a fielder's choice, scoring a run her 2 times at the plate today. And with a run coming in here, still no outs. And Lindlow, as Holloway going to give her a few warm-up tosses before And let her get it back into the pitching motion here. Looks like she's going to be okay. It's good to see she's all right out there. Yeah, going to make sure she's doing good there with her pitches, and it looks like Holloway's going to be okay. So good to see that there. So Linlow will come to the plate now, bases full. Now it's a 6-1 ball game here in the bottom of the fourth. And the Lady Tigers looking to open it up here in the fourth inning. So Katie Linlow stepping in here, 1 for 1 and a fielder's choice, scoring a run her 2 times at the plate today, pitching very well into the circle for the Lady Tigers to 2. Now from Holloway, that's out front, ball 1. So Linlow looking to drive one here to help her own cause as she's pitching very well, steps back into the batter's box here. Holloway ready to go, the 1-0. Up high, goes full of Tigers here, and no outs. And Holloway had a great one right there, but it was a comeback to her, and it just went off of her leg and bounced off to the third base side. There was just no play there. Probably could have got a good out in there. Now 3-0. Just missing on the outside edge. Right there is Holloway.
Hey, good miss, Layla. Go get her.
And Katie Linlow steps right back in here, ready to go. Here's the pitch. Foul ball, sends it off to the right side. Now 3-1. Looking for that first pitch, first out there. That's what Holloway is really looking to do, get that first out here. And then they can worry about maybe getting a double play here in the field. But got to get this first out maybe here at the plate. 3-1 on the way to Linlow. Low for ball 4. Oh, they're going to
Right here, go get her.
call a strike 2. Full count. Wow. So now 3-2, here's the pitch on the way. That's low for ball 4. So walking in the run here is Holloway. As Bragg comes in here to score. That'll take it to 7-1. Here comes Garza to the plate as bases stay full. Still no outs, and it'll make it a 7-1 ball game here for the Lady Tigers of West Sabine. So Garza steps up here, 1 for 2 at the plate today. Just a little bit high there for strike 1 call, or for ball 1 on the call. And that looked like a good pitch right there. Better than what I saw he call a strike ball to go. But 1-0. Garza gonna send that one right back up to the middle, and it'll get out into center field. 1 run comes in here. Garza's going to turn the corner as the throw comes in. 2 runs come in. Garza will be over a second on the base knock, and the throw in. Linlow will go over to third as 2 more runs come in here to make it a 9-1 ball game for the Lady Tigers of West Sabine. Emma Bennett coming to the plate now. Still no outs. First pitch to Bennett's in there for a strike now. 0-1. 9-1 ball game as it's 0-1 count here to Bennett. Trying to bring in a couple more runs here with Madison Williamson on deck. All the way low, 1-1 to count. Still nobody out here in this bottom of the fourth. 7th hitter to the plate. Bennett for the Lady Tigers. Holloway bringing it. That's a shot, and it gets past the shortstop. Well, 1 run comes in. Garza's going to come around. They're going to bring her in, and here comes the play at the plate. Oh, just safe at the plate. That was a close play right there, and they're going to say she was safe at the plate. So 2 more runs come in, and Bennett's going to end up over at the third. One of the single, but 2 more runs coming in now to make an 11-1 ball game here. As Lady Tigers now open it up a little bit here against Broaddus. Still no outs, and that will leave a runner over at third here as a couple more come in onto the big hit there by Emma Bennett. 5 hits into the inning. Coming up to the plate now, Madison Williamson. She's 1 for 2 at the plate now with Bennett over at third. And Holloway with the pitch on the way. That's a shot that's going to get out into left field. Another base knock here as they'll get it in quick as Williamson continues the hitting for the Lady Tigers. Another run coming in, making it 12-1. to the plate, Brenya Moore. 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt. Her 2 times up. The 9th hitter to the plate here as bases only have 1 over at first. First pitch is going to be a foul ball there to Moore, and it gets out of play 0-1. Still looking for that first out are the Lady Bulldogs of Broaddus here, as Moore, the number 9 hitter. King on deck, started this thing off here with a double. And Holloway to the plate. Fouls that one away now for Moore, 0-2. So with an 0-2 count to her, Brenya Moore standing right in here. Holloway to the plate. Low on the inside. A good job there by the catcher. That did just hit her there. Got her on the foot. So now runners at first and second here as she was hit by the pitch. Just barely got her there, but she was hit by the pitch. So now runners at first and second. Still no outs. Excuse me, Ashlyn King started this thing off here into this 4th inning. She comes back up here as they battered around. She is 1 for 2 with a double and scoring a run here. Her times at the plate. Runners at first and second for her. Holloway going to bring that one in there for strike 1. 0-1 to her. A little bit something off of that one from Holloway. And Thacker, her catcher, now sending it out the signal. Bragg will be on deck here for the Lady Tigers. Here's the pitch on the way. King swing and miss now, 0-2. Six hits into this inning have brought in the 7 runs so far. Swing and miss for the strikeout. That's out number 1. 4th strikeout of the ball game here for Holloway. Kinsey Bragg coming to the plate, 0 for 1 with a base on balls and scoring a run her 2 times at the plate today. So the Bragg steps up here ready to go now. Runners at first and second now with 1 out for Holloway. Low ball 1. So 1 on out of Bragg as Holloway checks the signal. Sign on the wrist there. She bringing it. Swinging at that one, trying to slap one over. And it's now 1-1. So Bragg looking to maybe get a little drag bunt there, maybe a little slap shot. Get herself on. 1-1 the count to her. Holloway delivers. That's in there for a strike, 1-2. Holloway doing a good job here. Trying to come back after a big inning by the Tigers. Gets the first out there on strikeout and now ahead of the hitter here, 1-2. That's going to be slapped out into left field, and it will be good. And it is kicked there by the left fielder. Coming around from a second to score. And they're going to go ahead and bring it around. And here comes the play just off the mark there as Williamson and Moore come around to score. Kinsey Bragg, once again, with that elbow, as she gets the single. She's over there at first as they come around to score a couple more. And Bragg, who was hurting a little bit earlier, now we're still working on that shoulder, that arm over there. Hopefully she's going to be okay. Coming in to run, number 4. So that'll bring up to the top of the order be Presley Murphy. So now 14-0 here with 1 out and runner over at first. His only runner left out there on the base pads here is Holloway will now face Presley Murphy, fouling that one off 0-1 to her. Murphy, 2 for 3 at the plate today. Triple, single, looking for a double here. grounded out back in the first inning. So 0-1 to her. Still with one out. Now 0-2. Abby Mitchell, number 4, over there running for Bragg. Going to take off and go. Here's the throw down, and she's going to steal the bag. She should be safe over there. Third stolen base here as Mitchell takes off and steals, and she'll now be over at second as it'll be a 1-2 count here at the plate. So 1-2 to the hitter, Presley Murphy. And Ross will be on deck here. Murphy can get on. That's a high fly ball going out into left field, and the left fielder going back, and she'll make the play. And getting over to third on the throw in is going to be Mitchell, pitch running for Bragg as Presley is out on the fly ball to left field, out number 2. Here comes Gracie Ross to the plate as she is a 1 for 2 with a base on balls. Her 3 times up. She has scored a run here for the Lady Tigers. And now runner over at third here for West Sabine. First pitch, ball 1 to her. So 1-0 now from Holloway. Ross stands right in here. Trying to bring in another from over there at third still. Now there are 2 outs here in this inning. That's up high, 2-0. So the 2-0 count. Ross steps right back in here, ready to go. Here's the pitch on the way.
Yeah, that was pretty.
So, wow. Thought that was a nice looking pitch right there myself, and as the Broaddus fans could hear from the side over there as well. But 3-0 now to Ross as a slow ball pitch in there, just a little bit high, I guess. So 3-0 now, 2 outs. Ross steps right back in here, the shortstop. That's in there for a strike. Now 3-1. Holloway looking for that final out here, see if they can leave a runner over there. That is Mitchell. Pinch runner here for Bragg. Fouling it back to the screen. Now goes 3-2, the full count. 13th batter to the plate here in the 4th for the Lady Tigers. And Katie Lindlow will be on deck if Ross can get on here with the payoff pitch ready to go. 3-2, 2 outs. Pinch runner Mitchell over at the third. Here's the pitch on the way. Ball 4. Now runners on the corners.
Hey, right here, this batter.
Four walks on the day here for Holloway as Katie Lindlow comes to the plate now with runners on the corners. Still 2 outs for the Tigers. Still trying to play a little bit more add-on here as Lindlow. So pitcher Lindlow right back in here, ready to go. Holloway delivers, pitch on the way. That's in there for a strike. 1-1 to count. One to him. Garza will be on deck here for the Lady Tigers if Lindlow can get on here. And the pitch coming. High for now a 2-1 count. So Lindlow right back in. Here's the 2-1 from Holloway. Swing and a miss now, 2-2. A bit of a fastball right there and got her out in front of it. So 2-2 now. Holloway looking off her shin out there. Hopefully she's going to be okay. Look, she's been pitching very well since then. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout in the third out, but the damage done here as they get 7 hits onto the way when we come back right here on a Net SN.
For Matthews Realty, going above and beyond is what's expected. This is agency owner Colin Matthews. Our team of seasoned real estate professionals believe in giving their clients an advantage in any real estate transaction. Matthews Realty has a reputation of highly personalized service. Matter of fact, it's our #1 priority. From commercial and residential properties, poultry farms to beach rentals, our team works hard so you don't have to.
Call Matthews Realty 598-7800 or see their complete listings at matthewsrealty.com.
Your local bank is on the move with improvements to 2 locations, one on the World Wide Web. What used to be ShelbySavingsBank.com is now SSBText.com, a more powerful and user-friendly website. And at the original Selma Street location, a new lobby to better serve you. Improvements to the corner of Shelbyville and Selma, and at the intersection of your device and the World Wide Web, it's SSB, same bank, new look.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here as we get ready to go to the top half of the 5th inning, and I do believe that the Lady Tigers can close it down here after a big bottom half of the 4th, leading it by 13 here, and see what they can do against the Lady Bulldogs going into the 5th inning here this evening. All right, so it will be the top of the order: Quinney, Higginbotham, and Holloway going against the pitcher Katie Linlow, who's pitched very well here in the circle here today, as she's only allowed the 2 hits and the 1 run so far here in this one. She's got 8 strikeouts, pitching very well here for her squad. Senior night. Let's see, that's 13. 3. No errors here by either team. You would think maybe there would be a couple there by Broaddus with the score the way it is, but no, they've just had some hits against them, some base on balls here, 4 base on balls, especially in that last inning. Brought 14 hitters to the plate, 7 hits. A couple base on balls there, brought in some runs in that 4th inning there for the Lady Tigers. So here we go to the 5th. Quinney comes to the plate. She's 1 for 2. So the leadoff hitter here for the Lady Bulldogs, stepping up here, ready to go. Big lead for the Tigers. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss for Quinney, 0-1 to her. So Linlow. That one gets away, and it'll be a 1-1 count. So the 1-1 count to her as Quinney stands in. Pitch on the way here from Linlow. Outside, and it's a 2-1 count. So 2-1 count to her. Quinney stands in. Here's the pitch on the way. It's a shot. Going to run it there to third baseman. And that is a play over. And she's going to be safe at first. Nice job running down to the line there by Quinney. So a base hit here, first one. All right, so here we go. Linlow. And a quick little chat out there with 1 out. Runner over at second here. Holloway stepping in here, see if she can help her own cause. Got a couple base on balls, been stranded out there, and third. Third in the first in the third. So there we go. That's where she was standing. So now going out to have a chat is the catcher, Presley Murphy. Linlow. Now, with all the meetings over, finally ready to go. Linlow, Holloway steps in here looking for her first pitch, 1 out and nobody on. Runner over at second, 1 out. Runner over at second here for Lady Bulldogs. Holloway ready. Here's the first pitch. High outside, ball 1. So 1-0 to her. Holloway now right back in here. Coach Morris with the fielding signals, ready to go. Outside, 2-0. now with a 2-0 count, Holloway ahead here. Looking to get a big inning themselves for the Lady Bulldogs here into the 5th. So right in now goes Holloway. Laid low with the pitch. Outside, now 3-0. Looking to defense once again. 3-0 now to Holloway. She stands right in here, the lefty. Going to move the runner around from second. Here's the pitch. Ball forward. Runners now at first and second here with 1 out. Stepping in here now will be Cook. 0 for 1 with the base on balls. Her 2 times at the plate today. Swing and a miss here by Cook. 0-1 to her. So with an 0-1 count, Cook standing right in here. And lead though with the pitch. High fly ball here onto the infield. Second fielder, second baseman Garza going to get underneath it for the play. Fly ball out for out number 2. He's a runner at first and second still. Here comes Thacker to the plate. She's 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly. Her 2 times at the plate today. Bridges on deck if Thacker can get on here. And the Lady Tigers looking to finish this one off, leading at 14-1 right now. So lead low, ready to go here with the pitch on the way. Foul ball back to the screen, 0-1 to her. So now 0-1. Runners are now ready to take off there at first and second. Over at first is Holloway. Second is Quinney. Out to the plate, Thacker with 2 outs. A 14-win ball game here with the Lady Tigers with the lead here on senior night. Thacker right back in, 0-1 to her. It's going to be a little runner down the third base line. She'll be able to attack the bag. And that's going to do it right there for the unassisted. Going over to third for the third out. And now that should do it right there, as it will be a 14-1 win here for the Lady Tigers of West Sabine over the Lady Bulldogs of Broaddus here this afternoon. So we'll get our Wiggins post-game show. It is on the way, as it's a big win here for the Lady Tigers of West Sabine. They win at 14-1 on a run rule hill over Broaddus here this afternoon. We'll be right back here as our Wiggins Farm post-game show underway right now.
The Wiggins Farms postgame show also brings you Elite Hair Design. Find them on Foster Street. Carrie Wiggins and her staff use only elite products to turn out ladies with elite hair design. Your local bank is on the move with improvements to 2 locations. One on the World Wide Web. What used to be ShelbySavingsBank.com is now SSBText.com, a more powerful and user-friendly website. And at the original Selma Street location, a new lobby to better serve you. Improvements to the corner of Shelbyville and Selma, and at the intersection of your device and the World Wide Web, it's SSB, same bank, new look.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All righty, folks, we're back here as we get ready to wrap it up. Here's a big win for the Lady Tigers of West Sabine. They win at 14-1 over Broaddus here this afternoon on our area game of the day here for some softball here in West Sabine. Big game here for the Lady Tigers. They win it on a senior night, and I knew it was going to be a big game here, but I thought the Lady Broaddus, they just kind of let it get away from them there into that fourth inning. Has some good hitting going on as they were able to put together 7 hits there in that inning to open it up there for the Lady Tigers of West Sabine. Right now, they're sitting in the top of the district. They're tied at the top of the district, and also a big loss here for Broaddus as they're still sitting in that number 3, number 4 spot there, but they're trying to stay there as a couple teams behind them kind of rally into that position. So Broaddus going to try to regroup here as we get into next week, and I got more games on the way coming up for us next week. So let's get to our Center Motor Company player of the game, and I think I'm going to give that to the pitcher there. I mean, I don't know. It could be Presley Murphy, the catcher. She did really well there at the plate as she went 2 for 4 at the plate today with a few runs coming in here, but also Katie Lindlow pitched very well out there in the field and took care of him out there. She only gave up the 3 hits and the 1 run into this ball game, but she also did well at the plate. She went 1 for 1, had a fielder's choice, a base on balls, a strikeout. She scored a couple of runs for her team too, so had to be I think the battery mates there of Katie Lindlow and Presley Murphy, the 2 Center Motor Company players of the game. So we'll come back and wrap that up here. Center Motor player of the games. We'll get our battery of Lindlow and Murphy, our Center Motor Company players of the game here on NetSN.
Center Motor Company. From whatever angle you look at it, you see Ford. Ford trucks, SUVs like the Bronco, and iconic cars like the Mustang. A legacy managed by Kevin Jones and created by Ray Jones. Center Motor Company on Hurst Street in Center.
All righty, folks, we're back here to wrap this up. Here's a big win for the Lady Tigers of West Sabine. They win it with 14 runs on 13 hits. They left 3 on and no errors on the ball game. 1 run, 3 hits, 5 left, and no errors for the Lady Bulldogs of Broaddus as well here this afternoon. So a big win here for the Lady Tigers of West Sabine. And let's see if we can kind of get you updated here on the standings for this district. I thought I had that all set up and ready to go here, folks. So one moment as we try to work that out. Here we go. Let's get the schedule up here. But a big schedule coming up here for both of these teams, as I said, as the season's getting ready to wrap up here over the next couple of days. But West Sabine now moving into the top there with an 8-1 record now. Coleman Hill 8-1, Woden 5-3, Chester 4-4. That drops Broaddus to 4-6. So that was a big game there for Broaddus. They were trying to stay even up there. So now Broaddus and Chester are probably going to be finding out, as well as Woden, going to be finding out for those bottom 2 spots there. So a long way to go here. With about 10, I shouldn't say a long way to go, but about 10 days left here, and a lot of important games for both these teams. All these teams are on the way down. West Sabine now at the top here, and I don't know if they're going to have to play Coleman Hill again before the end of the season, but that could be a great match up there to wrap it up there to find out who's going to win this district, District 23 and Region 2 here, or Region 3 and 2A. So a good game here and a good win for Coach Morris and the squad. Thanks everybody for joining us here tonight. As we, I know, sorry we had a little bit of trouble there at the beginning to getting things going, but we finally got the internet working out here for us. So we got that going there, but a big win here, 14-1, the win for West Sabine over Broaddus Lady Bulldogs. Hope everyone has an awesome, blessed, and wonderful night. Have a